The picnic plan had been stalled for weeks. Invitations to relatives' houses, crushing workloads, and one commitment after another kept the group of friends from finding even a single free Sunday. But by what felt like the blessing of some winter god, they finally secured a sunny day amid the biting chill, a perfect escape from their monotonous routines. The bus sped down the winding roads of the Appalachian Highlands, music echoing from its old speakers, passengers swaying with the rhythmic jolts. The laughter inside was infectious. Among them was Maya Collins, an economics postgrad who had never been fond of mechanics or outdoor adventures. Yet here she was, traveling with her old college group into the heart of nowhere, hoping for a break from city life. Roughly 2 hours into the journey, disaster struck. A loud pop. The bus veered slightly before lurching to a halt. Flat tire. The excitement died instantly. Everyone groaned as they tumbled out onto the gravel roadside, frustration painted across their faces. Maya, realizing she couldn't contribute much to fixing a tire, wandered off toward the dense tree line nearby. The Appalachian forest was thick with moss-covered boulders, mist curling around the bases of towering pines. As she wandered further from the group, the crisp mountain air and crunch of frost beneath her boots began to enchant her. Then her foot hit something metallic. She looked down to find a large iron ring, half buried under decades of dirt and roots. Maya's curiosity got the better of her. Brushing away the muck, she uncovered what appeared to be the edge of a stone trapdoor, ancient, ornate, and carved with patterns too intricate to be natural erosion. She hesitated, heart pounding. What was this? She pulled at the iron ring with all her strength. It didn't budge at first, but then with a rusty groan, it gave way. The trapdoor creaked open slowly, revealing a narrow staircase descending into pitch black. Despite the rising fear clawing at her spine, Maya's curiosity had transformed into obsession. This wasn't just a random door. This was a portal to something forgotten. As she leaned in, she slipped slightly and fell against the stone, right onto a razor-sharp spike that jutted out just beneath the opening. She yelped, clutching her side. Blood trickled from the gash, but what she noticed next chilled her more than the pain. The door was slightly ajar. She pressed a nearby pressure plate, the spike, and watched, wide-eyed, as the stone door creaked open wider, revealing the entrance completely. Beyond it, total darkness. With her flashlight app turned on, she stepped inside. Each footstep down the narrow, damp staircase echoed as if mocking her bravery. At the bottom, the space opened into a subterranean chamber, the smell of rot and rust attacking her nostrils. Maya nearly vomited from the stench. It was overpowering, suffocating. But just as quickly as it had appeared, the smell vanished. In its place wafted a sickly sweet fragrance, like jasmine dipped in decay. She moved forward, dazed by the smell and the haunting silence. Then, in the light of her phone, she saw them. Dozens of golden urns arranged meticulously around the chamber, glinting like fireflies in the artificial light. Her breath caught in her throat. Is this treasure? Her hand reached toward one, trembling. But before she could touch it, a splash of something warm hit her arm. She looked down. Blood. Fresh. Maya screamed. Spinning around, she found no one. No footsteps, no shadows. Just silence. But the splashes came again. A torrent of warm, metallic liquid sprayed across her back, her neck, her chest. It was as though someone was trying to bathe her in blood. She screamed again, louder, panic-stricken now, and ran back toward the stairs. But in her frenzy, she slipped. Her phone clattered into a puddle of red and went dark. Total blackness. Then thud. The trapdoor above slammed shut. Maya pounded on the stone. "Help! Somebody!" But there was nothing, only the mocking silence and the sound of something slithering nearby. Sorry for the interruption. If you're still watching, please hit that subscribe button below. So, let's continue the video. That's when the whispers began. Not human, not quite language, just tortured sobbing, gnashing, screeching. Her flashlight flickered back to life for a moment, long enough for her to see that the urns were gone. In their place were mangled skeletons, flesh hanging from bone, mouths frozen in eternal screams. She collapsed, screaming, hyperventilating. Then, a guttural voice whispered her name, Maya. She lost consciousness. When she awoke, she was lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by her friends. Her friend Kara, arms crossed and face pale, scolded her half-heartedly. "You idiot. You went missing for hours. We found you unconscious by an old trapdoor. You could have frozen to death." The others chuckled, grateful to have her back. Maya managed a weak smile, but something gnawed at her. Later that night, as she changed into fresh clothes at their mountain lodge, she noticed something. Her undershirt still bore a stain, a reddish, rust-like blotch near her ribs, the exact spot where the first splash of blood had landed. Only it wasn't rust, and it was still warm. She told no one. Not about the whispers, not about the skeletons, not about the blood. But when she asked the lodge caretaker about the trapdoor near the pines, his expression changed. He hesitated before muttering, "That place was sealed over a century ago. Used to be an old royal torture pit. Local legend says the king fed dissenters and tax evaders to wild beasts underground. Hundreds died down there. The last person who went in..." He trailed off. Maya turned away, her heart hammering, eyes misting with dread. She thought of the voices, the blood, the bones. Now, years later, she still has nightmares. And sometimes, just before she falls asleep, she hears that same voice in her ear. Maya. She keeps the journal entry locked away. But if you ever stumble across it, just know, some chambers should never be opened. Some stories should never be told, and some debts aren't forgiven by time. Still watching, but not subscribed. A lot of effort goes into making these videos. When you subscribe and share, it keeps me motivated to create more. So please, make sure to subscribe.